Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the ROG Masters Chinese Qualifier with me, still, my good friend, Daniel Dabu.
Hey.
What's your last name?
Bürgle. Have fun trying to pronounce that one.
Bürgle.
Bürgle. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but you're Danish.
Yeah.
You share the same roots. So, again, we are very quick. We are jumping right into the game without further ado. So, Jeet, we have watched one best of three already. We are hopping into the second map of this one because they started simultaneously or roughly simultaneously. The first map ended in favor of 5Power, right?
Yeah, and that was actually interesting because they were behind 12-3 after the first half. 5Power, that is. And they managed to come back. So they managed to come back and actually win it 16-14. Very impressive by 5Power.
Yeah. Maybe they can string this one together. Well, Cheesy forget he's gotten the headshot. Another one for Shooter Pie. And we might have to record a demo really quickly. But for that, we need the production to hide our game after the pistol round. We have a 2v2 coming up. And the terrorists have not planted a bomb yet, so there's still some time for the CTs to get an additional frag, but it's not gonna happen. Supreme Jumper picks both of them off, even though Kylan is just making a rotation towards the A-bomb site to plant the bomb over there in safety. And yeah, we definitely have to record a demo real quick. Can you switch to an idle overlay? Anyone? No? Okay. We will take it away, Jeet.
Well, here we got
hört mich, Juan?
5Power and ZDM, and we got actually a player on 5Power.
Wir sehen die Waffen von ungefähr der Hälfte der Spieler nicht und müssen eine Demo hier kurz recorden und dann wieder stoppen oder reconnecten, damit das gefixt ist. Und wir können ja die Konsole nicht zeigen mit den GoTVIP.
What's his name? Shotapay? I think Shotapay gets a nice little double kill here with the CSET 75. It's now a 2-on-1 situation. Two players from 5Power up against Supreme Jumper.
Okay. Yeah, so the production knows about our small GoTV issue, and we are going to fix it while the bomb gets defused. So I'm going to type in something real quick. La la la, dip. Should be fixed now. I hope it is. And we are going back to the game. So everyone should have a weapon now. Yeah, looks better, looks way better. That's well for you.
Yes.
They're fixing a lot of bugs.
To me not too long ago as well, and had no clue how to fix it.
Yeah.
Luckily, good old Sasha helped me out.
Yeah, I mean, they are fixing a lot of bugs, but they completely ignore all the bugs on GoTV and spectator related, which I think is a pity, because a lot of people consume the game through spectating it, by either watching on the GoTVs of matchmaking servers or by watching games broadcasters across the world. And all of the casters know about those bugs. Everyone is annoyed. Valve knows, and they're not fixing them. But, okay, we have a game at hand, so let's stop my own little personal rant against the dear beloved Volvo. And 5Power managed to pick up the save round. So a big change in economy and the whole game dynamic.
Now I like the fact here that ZDM is actually going for somewhat of an eco, and just to keep control of their economy and make sure they have enough money for the next round, and it's actually working out quite well for them. It's a 2-on-2 situation here, already doing a lot of economical damage towards 5Power. Should be in the favor of 5Power nonetheless, and indeed it will be 2-1.
Yeah, I mean 5Power should be the favorite in this one anyway.
Absolutely.
ZDM with a good, as you said, a good and patient call to say, guys, okay, we could have dealt some more economical damage to the CTs, but we wouldn't have been able to follow it up with a buy. So let's keep our P250s. They got 3 kills with them, so they were definitely right keeping the investment low. So now they have 5 AKs to work with, and they're headed into middle with the first few trades already going down.
Now the thing here is that There's not that much utility on either team actually, and both teams have a lot of rifles to work with, and this time around it goes in the favor of 5Power. As pretty much everyone gets a kill except for Xiaosagi, maybe?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's definitely Xiao. So, and Sagi. It's probably just Sagi. Sometimes it's hard to pronounce the names correctly.
Yes.
As some might know, Pit actually is spelled Pyth. Or
Yes.
Pith. And he likes to be called Pit. So, yeah, there are some differences sometimes.
Stewie XD with a nice little shot. Quick trade coming in though. And it is yet another eco here for ZDM. They are lined up. It seems like they want to go for this A bomb site. A quick shutdown here by Forget. I guess just Forget. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Forget. Yeah, I also messed up his name before, but it's definitely only Forget.
Supreme trying with the Deagle on the long range. Ooh, beautiful shot coming in towards Sandman. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Supreme super low on HP, down to 4. Shorter pay. Shosagi up against Supreme Jumper.
Nice read by Supreme Jumper to back away, anticipating the nade.
And that was absolutely great. Something we don't see that often, but as you said, good read. Shorter gets a nice little double kill towards the end here. He doesn't even need the help from Xiaosagi. 5Power S, you mentioned, should be the favorites here. And they did. I'm a bit surprised actually that they were so far behind on map 1.
Yeah,
I'm
me
even
too.
more surprised that they managed to bring it back and actually win in ordinary time, not even take it to overtime. That's pretty impressive. And here on map 2, 5Power with a good strong start, 4-1.
But now another big test coming up for them and their equipment as well as their team play. They have to struggle or fight against 5 AKs. ZDM with the A go again and again and again and again. So far, the success rate has not been that high, but they have a different approach this time around, sending 2 players through middle. Stevie picks up 1, plus with 1 as well, so it's back to a equal player count at first, but then Forget steps in with 2 kills. Kylan goes down as well, and it's 5Power with 5.
Okay, I see what you did there. But a quick peek there from Forget. Like that was really beautiful.
Yeah.
He realized, okay, the last player already moved in towards the side, so he's more than likely gonna peek from default. And he just went for that quick shoulder peek and pre-spray basically, and caught him off guard.
Now he's gonna be pre-fired at, or more or less pre-aimed at. He's down to 49 already, so his position in middle has to be played a little more defensively. Also catching a nade doesn't help him that much. 35 remain for him, while the terrorists have set up in front of the A-bomb site. They have boost covered as well. And Stewie taking over Forget's position in middle at highway. And he's running in trouble as well. The terrorists already put up the pressure onto the A-bomb side. The CTs with an early rotation, however. Tank with a headshot onto Sandman. Now Kylan goes into middle, gets the kill onto Stevie. Called him Stewie for a second, as if he was from Cloud9, but Xiaozage, he's down to Pla.
5-2 here to 5Power, and they do have a really good chance of getting a good early lead. They already have that, but ZDM with that round taking them down have put a bit of a damper on the economy here for 5Power. Don't really have that much to work with, and now sitting on a UMP and a FAMAS. They do have the AWP in play, but they are lacking a bit of utility as well. ZDM do have 5 AKs to work with. They do have a good amount of utility as well.
Yeah, enough to make a really good execution happen, and they have 4 Molotovs. That is a little hint at the A-bomb side, because you don't need 4 for B. You could potentially use them in middle before that, But with 4 Molotovs, you would expect an A go. And they also have Vuyu inside the squeaky area, and they send 2 players into middle again. A plan that works so well does not need to be changed until the CTs figure it out. And it seems like ZDM is already adjusting themselves. They know the CTs know they like to go through highway, so they send Supreme Jumper in to cover his teammate Sandman with the refrag, but he gets traded again. And again, it goes down to a 2v1 with Xiaozage against the 2, and Supreme Jumper picks him off. I got the feeling as soon as anything happens, everything happens.
Yes, this is definitely a game of kind of like when we're talking about Mirage and we're talking about a B play. We usually see a what we like to call a contact B play, which is you push up slowly. At the second you see someone, you just go ham.
Yeah.
This is basically what we're seeing in this entire map so far. We don't see that much for the early seconds. Okay, this time around ZDM going for a fast push towards middle and up highway.
Yeah.
It is the right call as well.
But this time is also an anti-eco for them, so they probably anticipated that. Have to watch out to not risk too many weapons though. We already received 99 damage. Kylan with an orb in an awkward position at first. Now he'll pull back a little bit, so he gives himself some more breathing space, but he is recklessly aggressive in my opinion. Yeah, okay. If you've got aim like that, don't take any offense on my comments, please. Well, now I get proven right. Okay.
Shorter pay also pushing up. He actually gets 2. That's beautiful. Can he get the 3rd? Unfortunately not. He doesn't manage to hold on to anything either. Xiaozage is gonna sit over by the truck, and as the bomb blows up the weapons, pushes them further towards him. I'll run in and pick up that AWP.
That's a very good save for the CTs. Allows them to go for another buy round, and a healthy one at that, at least considering they just lost 3 rounds in a row. So they stretched out their money quite far. Xiaozage has all the money and all the grenades and the first frag in the bag as well, and that was a very swift one.
Who needs nades?
If you've got orbs.
Not Xiaozage, that's for sure. Just picking up that AWP, catching Supreme Jumper off guard over by the toxic barrels. Out towards B. Middle Forget takes care of Kylan. It'll be a 5-on-3 already in favor of 5Power. We do see the remaining players here from ZDM lining up towards the A-bomb side. Vuyu does get 1 and gets the 2nd as well. Beautiful double kill coming in from him. Finally he gets taken down, but Plasm, or Pla, I think. Just Pla, maybe?
Hard to tell.
He gets 1. Quick 2-on-2 situation now. Xiaozage is in a decent position here with the AWP. But other than him, we already have Forget. He's actually pushed in towards Squeaky from... I believe he was out on the A-bomb side not too long ago. Now he pushes in, gets the drop down here on Tank. 2-on-1 situation. Pla. He's all alone. He does have the AWP.
And he knows where Forget is. And that gives him a small chance to get that 1 kill. So he draws a conclusion. It was the right one. But in the end, it's still Xiaozage winning this duel. So a good, as I said, a good conclusion.
Yeah.
By Pla.
Let's be honest. Kind of about time that, that 5Power gets another round. As we mentioned, it seems like the last couple of rounds where ZDM have actually been winning them is them taking it slow and, you know, just exploding towards the side.
Yeah.
And this time around it works out in the favor of 5. Ooh, almost hitting the shot. Xiaozage.
Yeah, he's gonna get visitors on the B bomb site. Unwanted visitors though. They get killed for trespassing. Xiaozage with the first one onto Pla. The terrorists still want to make that push happen. As you said, once they get spotted, they explode into the bomb site. Shooter pay though, with 2 big kills, covers his teammate, and Xiaozage steps in as his teammate is down. Wuyu doing some work on the A-bomb, but he's separated from the bomb, so no real chance for him, at least not yet. He has to work himself back into the round with 1 minute on the clock. There is a chance to make this one go his way, but he's got 3 CTs to work against, and that's a tall order.
Yeah, he was alone in a 1-on-4 situation, and I think the idea here from ZDM was to just have him lurk and come in for that late flank when the CTs were trying to retake the site. Unfortunately, ZDM never got control over the site, and because of that, Wuyu, I guess, is stuck over on the A-bomb side, just looking for any glimmer of hope. It seems like he's kind of hoping that the CTs aggress towards him. That's not going to be the case here. The CTs, they're pretty smart. 5Power playing pretty nicely here, just making sure that they cover that bomb from every single position.
And their money doesn't really allow to go for exit frags either. At the same time, you could argue the CTs don't really know that much about the terrorist economy at the moment. The only thing they know, the T's won 3 rounds in a row, and they lost 3 players. So the CTs might not be sure about the eco of the terrorists. Do they have to save now? Can they force buy? Well, if you're not sure, play your own economy, play it safe, and it's the right call to make. You can see the terrorists will force it up. It's a very mixed buy. 2 UMPs, 2 AKs, and a Tech 9, but more than good on the T side of cash.
Yeah, Supreme Jumper, started off nicely here with a good shot on Forget. Takes him down towards middle. Already in favor of ZDM.
Yeah, middle being the place of action for ZDM. They have picked up quite a few rounds from there. Shazagi, though, closes out Supreme Jumper and makes it a 4v4.
Now Stewie with a beautiful shot in middle towards Kylan. Clark goes down to Sandman. Sandman does get traded out here by Wuyu. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Tank and Wuyu up against Stewie XD and Shorter Pay.
And the CTs take it very, very slowly. Shorter already in position. Stevie is coming in from highway, so they have good positions to retake from. It seems like ZDM want to take the initiative, though, even get in there before the CTs manage to retake, but Stevie has them flanked. As they knew that Shorter was coming in, they tried to force their way out of the bomb site together by pushing into the CTs and not taking defensive positions in quad, for example, and here trying to set up a crossfire for the CT to walk across if he comes in from here. They knew there was another player likely coming in from there or there, so their positions would have been vulnerable to the CTs, and therefore they decided to maybe make a push for it. Didn't work out, so they're reset, they have to save, and 5Power in the driving seat.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea there from ZDM, as you pointed out. They went for the aggressive play rather than just holding on to the site. And I kind of like that. It definitely
could have worked
out, yeah.
It was a good idea. The execution was lacking a little bit. But hey, you can't really expect 2 UMP hatchets to come flying around the corner like that.
Exactly.
And this save round, this B rush was not as successful as ZDM would have liked it to be. 5Power will stretch away. 5 rounds from ZDM. The start looked promising already for 5Power. That was a small effort by ZDM trying to come back, but you can see Shaozage, he is such a force on the B-bombs that time and time again he's opening it up for the CTs. Or clawing it back with the second frag in a round.
Clawing it back is what he needs to do this time. Clawing him back is what he have been doing.
In the previous round?
Yes, in the previous round. My bad. And this time around he is trying to get that edge over ZDM. Quick trades here towards middle. Now Tank and Wuyu left alone in a 2-on-4 situation. Wuyu all by Squeaky Door. Slowly moving in, going for that peak. I do believe Forget just caught a foot.
I think so too. Yeah.
Takes him down quite easily, and Tank now left alone in a 1-on-4 situation. Does get one here on You call him Stevie, and I like that, and I think that's the right way to pronounce it. But I like the fact that he's almost called Stewie XD.
Yeah, I think he's playing with it.
I think so
purpose,
too. I like it. I like it. It is 10-4 for 5Power nonetheless. They do have a really good chance of closing this one out. There's not that much utility here for ZDM either. And they are set with Kylan on the UMP and Buyo with that Tech 9.
Yeah, the UMP and the Tech 9 close range weapons. I would suspect or expect rather quick play.
You can call me father, that's
yeah,
okay.
I wanted to say fast and then rather, and then I mix it up. Well, it's blender.
Right. I can take it.
Yeah. So, father, what are your thoughts?
I'm thinking that this is gonna be an 11-4 for 5Power, and they definitely makes it look quite easy. It's gonna be what? What in the world was that? Running around the smoke, ring around the rosy. Now knife out, trying to catch Buyu. He is set on 9 HP, and he definitely will fall towards the end here as Sandman takes him down. That's gonna be 11-4 for 5Power. A pretty strong first half.
Especially by Shooter Pay with 21.
Absolutely.
Was also the guy going for the big plays, the backstabs, the unexpected ways on the CT side. That's what I like about Cash, for example, when you go for those backstabs, the counter boost, some aggressive middle play, some defensive middle play. You can really mix it up on Cash, which is not as generic as most other maps are on the CT side. Comparable to Mirage. Maybe it's also because they both have a big middle section of the map that is quite well connected.
Far rotation unless you want to go through middle and expose yourself.
Yeah, this is the far rotation that you just mentioned, and this one would be the quick rotation, or the other way around, depending.
I don't think it's that much quicker, actually.
Yeah, well, if you go through the vents, probably not, yeah. But if you're already in middle, then it's... let's focus on the pistol.
3-on-5 turns into a 3-on-2. 3 quick kills here in favor of Pla and Kylan. Kylan, he's not done yet. Gets another kill on Forget. Last player is Stevie, over by Quad. What is Kylan looking at? Stevie gets a triple. The 1-on-3 clutch. What in the world was that? Kylan, he should have gotten that information 10 times over. He was looking towards main. Thought that Stevie was playing from main. It made sense with the bomb plant, but, I mean, he already shot 2 of your teammates. You shouldn't be looking towards main.
Yeah, that was a little bit confused by Kylan, but to make up for that, he's buying the UMP. But 5Power, obviously, with that clutch, it's putting a big dent in the mental state of ZDM, who were the ones in the better position in the first map already. They had a 12-3 scoreline in the half, and then lost it 16-14. So
that's gotta hurt as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so hard not to take that into the second map.
Yeah,
it's something that we see the pro teams, the tier 1 teams, they're really good at just blocking it out and saying it's 2 different games.
Yeah, that's definitely right. But now with that clutch, ZDM just got remembered. Hey, 5Power is the boss, and now they are showing it as well. They're not giving away too many rounds anymore. Or maybe I have spoken too soon. They will give away 3 frags, but not the round. 5Power with a sturdy 13-4. You will see the CTs naked, safe, no armor. Only a few USPs, maybe a P250 if somebody is feeling like it.
How about 4 P250s?
Yeah. Just punish me for saying anything. I'm not a fan of those 1,600 on 2 players on the CT side, though. Maybe they will punish me again.
I mean, the P250 is a beautiful pistol because you get 300 if you get a kill with it. You spend 300 for buying it. So basically, you only have to get 1 kill to make the money back. And then you hurt your opponent's economy as well, so it's...
Yeah, tenfold, actually.
Yeah, if you do get 1 kill with a P250, that's already a big win for you. Can you get more than that? Even better.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all they get is 1 kill in this round. And it's going to be 14-4 for 5Power. And ZDM. We're speaking about that balloon that popped.
Yeah.
That glass, that overflow. I think the balloon now lost its drift. I don't think there's any more air in the balloon for ZDM. Definitely not looking good for them here. They do get 2 and actually 3 frags in middle. Quick try coming in from Sandman. Sandman gets a double of his own.
The right idea by Supreme Jumper. I mean, he wanted to capitalize on his teammate's death and pull it back to a 3v1 in that case. But Salmon was way too quick, and that spray was well controlled too. So the 2v2, 5Power clawing their way back from a huge deficit.
This is going to be a tough one for ZDM. And they're not positioned well for this one either. They have Vuyo over by Set Connector. Slowly peeking out towards middle, now making his way up towards highway, it seems like. And we have Tango over on the B bomb side, starting to push out from B. They should soon realize that it is going to be an A play, and finally they do realize. Vuyo, as I said, up on highway. Bomb will get planted here by Forget, sorry. Going for that. I thought he was going for a pop flash. Don't know exactly what that kind of flash was.
The Sky Flash.
He gets the kill nonetheless.
And he will close it out.
I mean, moving around the side, that's beautiful. It definitely takes guts, and it definitely takes, you know, you have to keep a calm mind, and you have to keep calm and collected, as we like to say.
And the trust in your own skills and your own decision.
Definitely.
Because you decided, I will sneak out, I will keep moving. If I go back to staying, then I've definitely lost. So if you go for it, go all the way.
Now, in a situation like this, where in that previous round it was 14-4, and I think ZDM are just saying, well, this is over. already calling GG.
Dropped from the server, even though the terrorist is so low on HP, there is a fair chance, even for Tang alone, to win this one. He picks up 3 kills! What? Oh my god, all headshots as well!
Does he have to call back his teammates, say, come back to the server, I just clutched this one?
No, he doesn't. In the end,
it
would have been such a hassle as well to tell them to come back to the server.
That was pretty dirty.
Wow, 16-4 in the end. What a whitewash. 5Power winning, rightfully so. But that last round,
that was a bit scary.
Yeah, a bit messy by 5Play as well. By 5Power as well.
Yes, definitely. And that towards the end was a tank going absolutely mental with 3 spray downs. And 3
headshot spray downs, even though they were down to less than 50 HP anyway.
Yeah, and with a UMP, and the rest of his team had already left the server.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do if you clutch in a situation like that?
And what do you do after that?
You need to come back. I mean, I just clutched it.
Well, I'd actually give them a slap in the face for for leaving the server before the game ended, because it's never over until it's over.
It's something I've never really understood. Like, towards your teammate, you're not showing any
real respect.
Yeah, you're not showing any trust or respect towards your teammate. So you want your teammate to clutch the situation, but you're not giving him the confidence he needs to do that.
Yeah.
So I've never really understood that.
But it ended the way it ended. 5Power with a confident win on the second map, even though they were struggling on the first one.
Yes.
The end result is a 2-0. We are taking a look at the brackets. New 4 against 5Power in one semifinal. We have 5 against Boot. And 5 is not that bad either. I think we are in for a treat between the two teams here.
I can sort of agree with that. Now, with this one, it's gonna be tough actually. We have new 4 versus 5Power, And we just saw 5Power with an incredible comeback in map 1.
Yeah.
And in second map, it was just like they just destroyed them completely. And in New 4, we haven't really seen them yet. At least I have not.
Yeah.
I don't know them too well. This could actually be 5Power versus Boot in the final. I don't believe in 5. I'm sorry. I don't believe in 5.
Okay, we are going to see that happen after we show you the giveaway. There it is.
Right down there.
Magically appears. So you can win some free hardware brought to you by ROG Masters. And of course, it's all brought to you by Jeet, because we just visited his flat 1 week ago.
Apparently.
Robbed him all his really nice hardware. You can win that. It's for free. Do it now.
If you win it, please contact me afterwards so I can
give it back to him.
Or, I mean, if I have to.
No, he doesn't. You don't have to either. Just keep the stuff, and we will go for a small break. We will be back in just a few.